Back to business. Let me remember to change this first. Life management. Sure. Plan for the stream. So as I put on the title, I will continue this research, trying to learn the Finnish laws. Maybe this is maybe a bit misleading, but anyways, I doubt anyone would watch this video anyways, just from the title. So plan is to continue learning different types of laws. Not sure what it actually is. And then I think I want to create LinkedIn bio. I don't have any. And I have roughly 3 hours to spend. Let's see how far I will get. Let me start, and between I will try this time. I'll try to separate sessions into 45-minute intervals. This is skills. Is it skills and knowledge or business or life work? Yeah, I think it's knowledge. Sure. Learn different types of laws. Not sure if this is the correct way to say this. And should I put also clock there? Wait, or do I have a timer? No, the timer is just this. You sure? Wait, no. I guess there isn't any. There. No. So like this, and then 45-minute here. Okay. Nice. This time, I would like to at least try to study more efficiently, because earlier today that was not the best. Politics notes. So what are the different types of law documents? And I mean this. Can I have this search in English? Let's say Finnish. Do I have keywords? Wait. So in Finnish, no, yeah, wait. Legislation. At least it's different in. Huh? Okay, here. It should work also in Finnish. If I just put that list there. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. AI. Research. Yes. Explain this. What is it in Finnish? Explain in detail. For citizens. That's it. Instead of trying to find some material from these websites, I'm just gonna use AI. The thing is, I'm looking for logic. If it makes sense logically, I'm happy. If it's wrong, I don't care. I will learn that maybe in the future. This is not working very well with this. No. What's the problem there? Okay. The Finlex search categories you provide reflect the various types of documents and legal instruments that constitute Finnish law and its administrative system. They span the entire hierarchy of Finnish legislation, from the Supreme Acts of Parliament down to technical regulation. They span the hierarchy, Supreme Acts of Parliament down to technical regulations and administrative records. Here's the detailed explanation of each type of statute, their differences and their normal use. Okay. Primary and secondary binding legislation. This represents the core of Finnish legal system, with acts being the highest and decrees being secondary. Act. Ah, that's what it is in English. What? These are in alphabetical order. Act, announcements. What was the... Okay. Decree. What is as announcement? Okay, let's go through this. So the act, lucky, primary source of law, enacted by the parliament and ratified by ratified by the President of the Republic. Acts form the highest level of national legislation, second only to the Constitution. Second only to the Constitution. All decrees and lower level rules must be based on and be compliant with an act. Directly defines your fundamental rights, obligations, and the powers of public authorities, i.e. criminal code, employment contracts, act, health, care act. Okay. Decree. Secondary source of law issued by the President of the Republic or the government or a ministry. Decrees are always based on the authority of an act. They provide detailed practical rules for the enforcement of broader principles set out in an act. Fees allowed by law. Provides necessary detail on how a specific law is applied in practice, defining charges for public health services. Let's see an example. Shouldn't matter which one of these. It's empty. What? Can I find some other? Okay. What? It's not completely clear. Let's see. What? Why do you use different terms? But what about, do I need all of this? No. This was the budget. Yeah, I don't think I need. But this doesn't say anything about the area. So what is the more space? Good. So this website uses two different terms, which is confusing. What? Third? No. Huh? No. Yeah. Second. Is it because it depends on the area? Yeah. Let's ask AI. There is this. Give a few specifies. Okay. So because it's based on the law. Whereas each law, they're individual. Or each, each act. I mean, cannot be based on any other work. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Probably write notes. It's difficult. The highest, I don't know, law, and then an act. I thought that it covered the mic, but it wasn't. It actually could have made it even louder. My mistake. The second highest. And a degree. Kind of applies some law. Specific rules that might move Okay. Municipal. I guess I got the vibe. Let's continue. So decree. Official regulation. Official regulation. Here. I guess it's this. No. There's order. No, wait. Huh? Okay. Yeah, it's not very clear. Huh? How many of there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Here, 3, 7, 10. Okay, it is 15. Well, I can use this to just rules of procedure, filter some what? So language Finnish. that correct? No. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Apparently there aren't any. Why isn't there any? Command or maybe I'll find some. List, no. From all. If I don't choose language. Nothing. 158. So 57. 1. 2. 1. Okay. This might use the old website. If I go here, is this the beta version? At least there was. Let me open this. The other, no. Did they have beta version? Ah, okay, okay. So this is the new, yes, so it's not. Why is this? Ah. Okay, I think this, no. Why are these categories here? 11. Is it because they are, when they're kind of handled, they go to somewhere else, or must be. They are published in the authority's own collection of regulations. Okay. This is the Finnish customs. There is already a new one. Right. Registration. Okay. That makes sense why they're not there then. Contains highly technical and sector-specific rules that directly affect compliance, business operations, or specific permits, e.g. rules for electronic communication, okay, customs declarations, official regulation. And this was what was it? Official regulation. So it's kind of like a degree, but lower ranking legal rules issued by individual central government authorities. Issued by, so they can choose this. It needs to be this. I want to send this as well there. This is the Finnish So I just want the pairs. So official regulation is this. And then there was decision. Anyways. Legal lower ranking. Too lazy to write that. Okay, so this is primary and secondary binding legislation. And it's not published there, even though they have it. But administrative and formal documents. These categories include instruments that are not legislation but are important legal records or authoritative actions. Decision. So administrative and formal. Definitive finding or ruling made by administrative body, court, or other public authority. This often refers to case law set by the Supreme Court or administrative courts to see how existing law is applied. To see how existing law is applied in specific disputes or circumstances, which is key for understanding our legal rights in a conflict. So I guess this was the one that I saw that no. That example that I write about some music teacher position. It has ruled. Yes. One question is how does Finnish differ from other countries? So if I could learn all of this from a better source, let's ask that right away. How do legal I don't have time to read this right now. I will take a 15-minute break. Just got the message. I need to read that. I need to create a new one, of course. What? Ah, there. And Pabu. Oh, 15-minute break. Scene 2. I will mute the microphone as well. I did realize that, of course, the timer goes away because as I take the headset off, it will shut down the virtual monitor. But the other ones work, which is good. Currently, wait. Yeah, no. 15-minute break is over. All right. Next, I think I would want to do that LinkedIn post. No, not post, bio. Is this output business life work? I guess it's output. Let's do 45 minutes. How much can I reach that time? LinkedIn. First, let me open LinkedIn. Just quickly see if there is a character limit or how it looks like. And I don't want to show any too personal. Yeah, I think it's fine. Guess it's fine. So here is my basic info. Do I show something? Wait. Postal code. That is. Wait, is there even a bio here? Contact info. I have email here. Address. I can add website as well. Website type. Personal. Even if I don't have anything there. But no, why don't I have a bio here? So edit, New position, add new education. Headline. Let's see, where do I have my notes? Just gonna use this. I would like to know the limits, the bio, but feature profile sections higher. So premium. Public profile settings. Oh. Okay. Now I have a new LinkedIn URL, which is good. Edit content. Activity, experience, education, license. Where is the bio? Add section there. Add about. Okay, that's all I wanted to know. 2600 character limit. Let's continue. So 2600 character limit. About. You can write about your years of experience, industry, or skills. People also talk about their achievements or previous job experiences. This is my current title. I'm deep thinker, XR enthusiast, creator, future entrepreneur, and helper of humanity. Is the audio of this important? Not really. Software developer, I put there as well. I think there I could have software. I'm not a good software developer, but yeah, I don't need to specify them. I think, yeah, that's a good addition. But let's think about the bio. What should I put there? Introduction like hello. Yeah, that could be. What do I want to tell? I'm a unique person. You could say democracy. Somehow explain that. just note here use of emojis. What should I write? Some people have text in third person. I think I will put it in first. And I just realized I could take the break away. Why don't I just edit that? I could try. Yes. Let me put it there. Plan. In reality. Edit. What do I want to tell? Starting my career the thing is, I have very little proof of anything. So I can't say that I'm very productive because I haven't been. I can't say I'm very good at learning because I'm not yet. I can't say that I'm very enthusiastic because, well, I have no proof. Although it's LinkedIn. That's a good point. You can put anything there. I already have future entrepreneur just as state of mind, deep thinker. So what if I created a story? Tell a story explains my personality. I guess, yeah, that could work. I can use AI, of course. One day I woke up and etc. I have mastered the processes self. Which also is it's not just a statement but also a state of mind. So no one can really argue against that. In this life, goal is to happier. It will probably seem as I have completely lost myself, but I can always tone down. Let's just create some version. Half an hour left. In the introduction, I kind of tempted to put hello friend. Everyone is my friend. So it's not wrong. Okay. This is not the best time of the day to do this, but yeah, let's see. Could I explain my chain of occupation. How do people learn? About this is all over the place. Clearly not understanding myself that well. So yes, this is one of my goals, but it's how many do I have? Wait. So improve democracy, help people themselves. Politics more transparent. Help improve communicate to fix the problems of fast-paced make Make it easier and more transparent on how anyone could help. What else do I have? Prove democracy. No. There was... I want to see people smile more, happy. This is really the aim. That, and how I think about this is maybe not normal, that I'm fully aware that my goal is to change people's brains, how their brain chemistry works. Okay, no, because that could, if there was a chemical that I could release that would spread entire globe, that would kind of make people smile. Okay, no, that's not what I mean. But I'm just aware that it's sort of manipulation, that I just want to see more of this. And it's a selfish act, although many people would see it unselfish. But I like to observe. It's very fun to look at what crazy things people come up with. Humor is so great, and happiness. I like to see that. And when I see news and hear stories how there are wars, people rape each other, kill each other, torture, enslave, I would want to live without that. And in my case, I can't just look away, because it would just bug me for the rest of my life. But this is selfish act. So this is my goal, and I want to see that continue. So even a temporary solution, I'm not really happy with, because I feel that true democracy would be the ultimate way that I could trust that, okay, this, I can let people kind of figure everything themselves. I don't need to be there to say how things should go. I don't want to. I'm not against it, so maybe in the future I will get some, or that sort of role where I do decide some legislation, sure, but at least right now I don't see it as that pleasant work. I do nothing with the feeling of power. It's pointless because it's just power. Power or the feeling of power depends on the subjects of whom you have the power. And I just can't think of anyone who I really care to have power over. What's there? Why do I want to control them or feel better than them? I don't know. But yes, so this is the ultimate goal, and to see that continue, even if it happens under some dictator, it doesn't mean it will always be so. So democracy. And if people screw things up, even with democracy, it's not my problem, because I'm sure there are then a lot of others trying to fix the problems and tackle on dilemmas. But at least the system would be fair, that almost anyone could rise to a position of power. There wouldn't be that much corruption or gatekeeping, which I'm sure there are so many, that people in higher positions can decide who they choose to have with them, or who they choose to rise. Rise to a power position after them. Okay. And then, so this is my concrete goal, more approachable than just this, and more specific, because you can achieve this in less good ways. So, improve democracy. How do I do that? To have a good democracy, I feel that people need to be smarter. So, better education. Better education, but for new generation, of course, education should improve. It's ridiculous that it has declined, although I understand the smartphones and the problems at home, how to keep young children away from screens, because they're so addictive. But also for current adults. So education for all people. And I don't mean just higher education, like I could apply for a new degree in university, but in general, life. Without going to a university, how do people or adults learn or keep their knowledge? Just basic questions, and my answer pretty much is they have to do it themselves. So Google they decide whether they want to be informed or not. That's a good thing. Of course, no one should be forced, but in terms of politics, how easy it is to actually learn it and follow it. Even for adults. I'm right now trying to learn what's the aim of politics. And it's taken me many hours just to scratch the surface, understand that what are the different types of types of laws or legislation. So how do others learn then? That's a question, and maybe it doesn't have an answer, but I'm sure there could be something I could do. So people need to be smarter, better education. And then the communication. For politics. How politics is communicated, which channels, which media, who controls it, what is the truth. Of course, it's subjective. Could it be better? What channels are used, and are those channels made for politics? I envision a world where I could go live alone in a cabin for 5 years and then come back and decide, hey, I want to check how the politics has been for the last 5 years. And the process doesn't look like I will search up thousands of web pages, articles, and it's not just one AI chatbot. But I actually see the most meaningful conversations that have happened, the events, timelines. I can see all the legislation. I can zoom in, zoom out, and I can have some sort of dashboard view that's AI empowered somehow to kind of learn what I'm interested of. I don't know some term. I get very, very easy translation or description of that. I can have many options how I can approach this. I can watch videos that are not videos about the events where the aim is not to get as much views as possible, but to actually be good videos. So no monetization. Instead, well, they could be half or completely AI made. I don't really care if they are checked. If some people use time to make sure that the recommendations are correct, or there is like 5, 10, even 20 different versions of some summary of year 2029. I have 5 minutes left. But this is live. Okay. I'm clearly here trying to tell this to myself. But oh well. Let's see, communication. Okay, let me add a new folder called output maybe. And there, LinkedIn. Just copy everything. It's not just LinkedIn, but doesn't matter. If I created this quick one. Hello, friend. I'm a somewhat weird who has paddled and won philosophical depression. No, it's not quite philosophical. Figured out my philosophy and okay, maybe no. Let me try 2 minutes. My brain. I'm a somewhat weird person who has figured out their philosophy and made their life's goal to help improve democracy globally. I have some ideas for better collaboration platforms. And took too long. The only thing I will do is I will discard. We'll change. I will add software developer there. So XR enthusiast software developer, creator, future entrepreneur, and helper of humanity. All right. Your intro is saved. Good. Why do I have 105 followers? Wait. Does someone follow me, but I don't follow them? Why is that? Oh. It's weird. That's weird, okay. Anyways, I kind of decided now I will end this stream. So I'm not going to do another. Let me. I will not do another session. I want to kind of meditate a little bit. Think about my life. Clearly, it's not very well clear, even for myself. Today was already very successful. I would say no problems whatsoever to stay on the schedule. I feel very good about all this. Close that. Thumbnail. What is the thumbnail for this? I didn't really change LinkedIn. I could use some of this act law. Or just leave it empty. Yeah, I should be very okay just leaving thumbnail empty. Because, well, it's under 2 hours and I already say what I did on the title. Yes.